You've arrived. Destination is on your right.
We're under Herc.
Bonjour.
Bonjour. Bon, encore des bonjours, vous allez voir. Bonjour. Hop, je vous lance.
Thank you.
Just wait a second. And up to you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, bye. So quiet. Oh,
Yeah, big speed
big
bumps.
speed bumps. So quiet in the car park.
Bearing in mind, early magic time starts in 12 minutes, so
Whoa,
we're going to
whoa,
be bang on
whoa.
time. But I love the crowd levels. Good morning everyone, welcome to another vlog here on the World of Coasters. Today we have come all the way to France. It's the beginning of February and we've come for a sneaky one-night stay at Disneyland Paris, even though we're staying off-site in an Airbnb. Yeah, we just had some free time, like both off work, so it's like, let's just go to Disney, and it costs 50 quid for the Eurotunnel, then our accommodation only costs about £40 on Airbnb. So all in all, quite well. Yeah, quite cheap. Obviously there are tolls to pay, which is €22.50 each way. So that's about £19 at the moment. And also there's stuff like food to pay for. But in total, I think we're going to do this for under £200, which is pretty good going for 2 days at Disney. Obviously we're annual pass holders, so we're in the Infinity car park. So it's our second day today. We arrived yesterday at about 11 o'clock. Traffic was good getting here, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Pretty standard, straightforward. It was raining all day, so we called off vlogging. Going to be vlogging today. We're here for extra magic hours, and then we're going to be going home later on. So we're going to be going at 5 today, around 5:30.
So it's almost like a whole day. It's
yeah,
definitely
because
more
the
than
park is only open until 6:30 today. I nearly said 10. I'm used to it being open until 10.
Yeah.
But till 6:30 today, that's both parks. You know, this time of year it doesn't stay open as long as in the summer months. It's just a bit of a shame, but like I said, we both got work tomorrow, so
Yeah.
we've got to get back, and we're kind of cutting it quite fine with the trains. Like, we're not going to get back in the country till gone 10 o'clock, then we've got to drive. And I've got to be up super early. But for now, enjoy the vlog, guys. We're at Disneyland Paris. Let's see what is new in Disneyland. On the approach to Disneyland, Hollywood Tower Terrace, standing proud. That's where we're going to be going first, into the Walt Disney Studios. So we're going to show you some construction updates. There are quite a few little updates going on there. Hopefully get on Crush's coaster first, so we'll see you when we get around to the entrance of the park. Here we are, park hours today. This is for both Disneyland Park and Walt Disney Studios, 10 till 6:30. But we're obviously we're our annual passes, so we're going to be going in on early magic time. Of course, if you're a hotel guest, you get early magic hours. But if you want to use early magic hours, you need either a Magic Plus or an Infinity, which we've got. Crowd levels are pretty low here at the moment, as you'd expect for this time of year. Yesterday, a lot of the rides were walk-on, weren't they, Lou? We went on Ratatouille twice in a row with no queue, which was quite impressive. Anyway, we're going to go through the turnstiles now, which we should be able to get through the Infinity one if the queue's not that long. So we'll see you through the gates of Walt Disney Studios. Right, so we're in Studio 1 now. Got through turnstiles within a few minutes. We're going to head straight for Crush's Coaster first to avoid the queue.
Just so we have this on camera,
Yeah.
we did come at the right time, we didn't come too late because they were holding us.
No,
right?
yeah, we came, it's currently 8:35 now, so we've got through the gates. Crush's Coaster had a 40-minute queue yesterday, which is just to show how low the crowds are at the moment.
That's really good for Crush's,
Obviously the tram tour is now closed. It's been refurbished to the Cars themed Route 66 road trip, which we'll show you construction of later. We've also got a lot of construction on Spider-Man happening, which is over in backlot area of the park over towards here, so we'll show you that as well later. But first we're heading over into Toon Studios to go on Crush's Coaster. So Art of Animation is now reopened as the animation centre. We went in there yesterday but didn't see the show.
It
looks so much better.
I was going to say, it looks so weird without that mural wall they had.
We'll have to nip in there later, show you around. So much is changing in this park rapidly now. Like I say, Studio Tram Tour's now closed, so hopefully soon we'll start seeing some work on the pathway to the new area of the park. So Crush's Coaster, if you don't know, is a Mauer spinning coaster, quite low capacity, so if you want to get on this ride quickly, use early magic hours to get on this ride. At the moment it's got a 15-minute queue. It's probably going to be longer than that because everyone is coming towards this ride. But it's in Studio 5 and it is a really good spinning roller coaster. Right, so the queue for this roller coaster is around the side. As you can see, it's a cattle pen to the hilt, but it's moving, it hasn't filled up yet. Probably about a 15-20 minute wait on this. We are allowed to film on the rides at Disney, or the majority of rides, as long as we've got the GoPro, so we'll see you on the ride. Good Disneyland operations here. Literally, it's a constantly moving station, so they offload there, the train moves to the end, and most of the time it doesn't have to stop. It just goes straight off, so these people are straight in. Oh, they don't stop it for a restraint check. I'm trying to say how good Disney are operations, and they stop it. We waited 20 minutes to get on that. In fact, it's been 20 minutes and we've been on and off the ride, so probably not far off 15 minutes at all. That was about right. And when parks first open, it's very difficult for them to gauge queue lengths, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because obviously people are just spewing into the queues, but pretty on point. We're going to head over to Tower of Terror now, get a ride on that, have a look at the construction over in Backlot, see what they're doing over there. Do you want to go over to Backlot first, or do you want to go to Tower of Terror first?
Let's have a look at Backlot.
So let's have a look how the construction of the Marvel Avengers campus is going, which is over on Backlot. There's a lot of cranes and stuff. It's over towards the big stage where the Legends of the Force is running at the moment. But here is the animation celebration. I think I called it the Animation Centre earlier. They've got a meet and greet with Olaf. But sadly it's all shut at the moment. There's drawing in there, and there is a Toy Story Zoetrope, or Zoetrope, I don't know how to pronounce that. But we saw that yesterday and it's quite impressive. We'll have to show you later. Here's the entrance to the park, which is Studio 1. You come through, and now Studio Tram Tour is closed. They've got some signage up with the expansion area, which we'll go have a look at in more detail later. We're heading over to the left, which is past Tower of Terror, to see what they're doing over in the other part of the park. Right, so we've come round to where the main stage is for Star Wars, I think it's Legends of the Force at the moment, it's called. Very reminiscent of Hollywood Studios Star Wars show they do. They have the Stormtrooper March. But I was going to take you around here, but we actually can't get any further than this plaza. Yeah, the last time you could get round to the Cafe of the Stars, and yeah, it's totally closed off now, but we can see the vertical construction on Spider-Man's Dark Ride, which is going to be like an interactive dark ride. They really don't hang around here. Obviously, I don't know the opening plan times on all this, but looking good so far. Looks like the facade on the front of Rock and Roll Coaster is completely gone now. So I've climbed up onto one of the stages that you're allowed to like walk up. There's no barriers on this one, but the big one there is. And we can see the facade for the new Iron Man roller coaster, which is a refurb of Rock and Roll Coaster. They have built the building at the front, or ripped the facade off. I can't really tell. I think that's a new building at the front. Obviously that's going to have the big LED semicircle front to it. It's going to look amazing. Obviously I imagine they're going to take these Studio 8 and 9 things down. But here's the construction on the Spider-Man ride, which has gone vertical. Very interesting to see. We'll have to come back throughout the year to see how this goes. So obviously this stage is used for various events throughout the year. It was like a temporary structure to begin with when they started Electroland, but they seem to be theming it up quite heavily during the various events. This is like a room for show area. You see all those projectors at the back? Yeah. So these projectors at the back are used when they do projection mapping onto Tower of Terror. So
We've never seen that.
No, we've never seen it because it's only during special events, but that's how they project onto the Tower of Terror. I'm sure when this park has its nighttime spectacular, that'll probably be used a lot more. Anyway, Tower of Terror's queue is quite long. Might give this one a miss until the park opens. I mainly say that because with Tower of Terror, they only run one level of the lifts and one pre-showroom during early magic hours, so the queue can get quite long on it. So obviously it's queuing out the front at the moment. I'll have a look, see, it's not in the extension queue or anything, but I still think it could have a reasonable wait. It might not even be open yet, actually. Tower of Terror, the last rendition of Tower of Terror to open in 2008. I came here for my second visit in 2008. My first visit was like well, I was about 18 then, so, you know, adult visit. We've just worked out it isn't actually open yet, which is why people are queuing here. But yeah, we got the Tower of Terror sign. Okay, so fast track is, they've got the times up, but they haven't actually opened the fast track yet, so we'll have to come back and get a fast track for Tower of Terror. But I want to show you around the Studio Tram Tour now, which is all closed off. This ride is now closed. They are reopening it with the new layover. You've got the stunt show down that road. But here is some concept art for the Avengers campus, the new European headquarters. It looks pretty cool. That's going to be the Rock and Roller Coaster, or the old Rock and Roller Coaster, and there's going to be a meet and greet with all the Avengers. Here is an overview of the total construction. So there's Studio 1 where you come in, and over here is the Avengers campus, which looks pretty cool. Looks like the stunt show is going to be re-themed. I can't imagine it will stay as what it is. It will stick out like a sore thumb. Anyway, where we're standing right now is probably about here, and they're getting rid of the Studio Tram Tour, so we can walk up here, have a very similar lake to Epcot, really, like World Showcase, except for it's showcasing worlds of Disney. So over here we got Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. This is phase 3 of this. So phase 1 is the Avengers campus, phase 2 is Arendelle, and phase 3 is Galaxy's Edge, which I think it's only going to have the Rise of the Resistance rides, not Smuggler's Run, so that'd be interesting.
Luke is looking forward to...
There will be a big show on the lake, and yes, I am looking forward to Arendelle. Over here, which isn't on the concept art, is where they're putting the Studio Tram Tour, which is keeping Catastrophe Canyon but having a Cars theme, which will be interesting to see. And finally on this board we have some concept art of Arendelle, which it looks like there's going to be some form of Expedition Everest type roller coaster in there, or some huge dark ride. The reason that I say this is obviously when in France, when they release plans, they have to release the size of buildings and stuff, and I can't remember the exact figures, but the show building is about 3 or 4 times the size of Frozen Ever After, Walt Disney World, so it's going to be huge.
They should put a little roller coaster in there.
It will either be a roller coaster or a tractor dark ride, let's be honest. It'll be fully immersive. Obviously I'll be looking forward to if they build Galaxy's Edge in the final phase of this one. Like, we're going to be going in September, so I'm really pumped to get to Galaxy's Edge. Anyway, we're heading round to Toy Story Playland now, which is the big brother to it's not called Playland in Disneyland, it's Toy Story Land, I think, in Disney World. Anyway, we're going to go in here, see what the queues are like, probably go on Ratatouille and show you the construction of the Cars Route 66 road trip. So if I'm not mistaken, this land opened in 2010. Obviously the predecessor to Walt Disney World's. Right, so the queue for Paradrop isn't that long. I think we're going to join the queue for this one.
Yeah,
we do like this one. It's like a junior drop ride. Pretty fun. 10-minute queue. Photo opportunity over here. And a very well themed queue. Like this is Disney at their peak, really.
Be advised, training underway.
Aidez d'abord les plus jeunes recrues en faisant bien passer leur ceinture dans la boucle du centre. Ensuite, c'est au tour des recrues adultes de boucler leur ceinture.
Right, so we're on the ride and we're facing towards Tower of Terror, so we should be able to see some construction. Let's see what we can see on the GoPro. Here we go, right. So Studio Tram Tour door is closed. Oh my god, there's a construction site over there. They're dismantling all of the Studio Tram tour. Just break down at the top. So we're going up again, let's have another look. Lots of construction, so over there is like going well. Can't really see too much over the other side. Yes, Papa! That's Daddy. And again, okay, quickly, let's have a look. What's over there? I can't see because it's behind me. Plenty going on though. It should hold at the top there. Right, so yeah, you can see over towards Avengers Camp's all done. Dismantling all the sets on Studio Tram Tour, and the lake bed looks like they're starting to dig it. So we've just come off of the Toy Soldiers parachute drop behind us. Good ride on that, and we got a relatively good seat. I don't know how good the shot I got, but you can see a lot of the construction. Oh, sorry. I thought during that, we just filmed on it, right? I thought that was it Yes Papa or something? I thought it was Buzz Lightyear. I was like, why is he saying that? There was some like it was someone else. Some fully grown man going, yes Papa, which I believe is yes Daddy? I don't know. Anyway, we're going past RC Race, which we're going to go on a bit later, but I think we're going over to Ratatouille ride next, which brings us past the new entrance towards the Cars Route 66 ride, which begs the question is if one day, it's not on the concept art, but I reckon one day they could build Radiator Springs from California Adventure in this park, because why would you have the Cars entrance in Toy Story Land? I know it's Pixar, but... So yeah, where the monkey barrel, or barrel of monkeys were, is this fence which will lead towards the new Cars ride, which is basically going to be the same ride, but with a much shorter route, with more like elements. I do believe they're keeping Catastrophe Canyon though, which is good. Don't you think in that barrel of monkeys they should put that new like flashy thing they've got in animation? That would make sense. That would make sense. It's the perfect size. But like I was saying a minute ago, like I reckon they're going to build a car, like, because that is an expansion plot there. I wouldn't be surprised if they build Radiator Springs there in the coming years. Obviously, it's not in the concept art, so it's not in that. But later on, maybe 2025, 2026. Anyway, we've transported ourselves to Paris now. Paris. Obviously, Disneyland Paris isn't far from Paris, but this is Ratatouille, the adventure. I'm not even going to try and pronounce that. But this is the original to the ride they're going to be opening in Florida. So the Florida version is going to open in the summer, and we're going in September, so assuming they're not delayed, we should be going on that. We did say it would be cool if they kept some like French-speaking parts in the American ride, because it is like... Yeah, it would make sense, because when we were on it the other day, it was dubbed to the French speaking, obviously, because it is in French, so if it would be interesting if they redub the lips. They're also doing fast passes for this one, so if you wanted to, we could grab a fast pass and then go back to Terra Terra. What do you want to do? Which one? Should we just jump on it, family kid? Ratatouille. So we decided to get a fast pass because the fast pass slot comes up in like 20 minutes. And the queue is now coming out the entrance, so it's going to be about 15-20 minutes. So we're going to go ride RC Racer or something and come back to go on Fast Pass. I'm surprised the Fast Pass is open, but it is. So here's the ride we're going to be going on. Slinky Dog Zigzag Spin, the smaller version of Slinky Dog Dash at Florida. Obviously it's not a coaster here, but it does sit on track, strangely enough. Anyway, only a 5-minute queue for this. We should get on to one cycle. We're on the ride now, and this is Louise's favourite ride. This is the ride where I slide to the edge, and then you come over for a cuddle. So I'm sliding over here. Oh god. Come over. Come over. Oh god, I'm literally up against the wall. She's coming! The forces are bringing you over to me! It's forceful. Have a quick ride on Slinky Dog Dash there. I like that one. It's like a simple flat ride, but it's like it always just like it's so fast you just slide to the end. He just wants cuddles. Anyway, we're going over to Tower of Terror now. Our fast pass for Ratatouille comes up in 10 minutes, so if the queue for Terra Terra is over 40 minutes right now, I'll eat my hat.
You don't have a hat, that's not fair.
It was a figure of speech. I'll eat my coat.
So,
there we go. Anyway, we're heading over to Terra Terra now. Hopefully the queue's not too bad. It is actually 9:30 now, gone 9:30 now, so the park is open to the rest of the public, so hopefully they'll be running more, you know, opening the other side of the ride queue, and hopefully it won't be as long. So we've just come off of Terra Terra. Louise is advancing on ahead. We're going over to Ratatouille now, and the plan is, if we can get Ratatouille done very quickly, we can make it to the animation celebration show, which is at 10:25. It's 10:10 now, so we're pushing it, but we'll see. Anyway, the queue for the Terra Terra is really long. Oh my god, it's actually like going through the extension and queue out in front now. Anyway, we got another rendition of that, which was my favourite. They changed the ride like yeah, they've changed the ride like system. Well, not the system, the story. It's not like the original story anymore. So you have the little ghost girl, and we got the sequence with the like monster in the lift. You can hear him like laughing, and we normally get the same one with just the ghost girl like saying, "Oh, don't go in there."
Yeah,
you know.
she's like, "Don't scream, it'll make it worse."
And that was the best. Like, it had the best like drops,
yeah.
And it was just really good. I enjoyed that one. Sadly, didn't get a POV on it, mainly because it's too dark to film on that. And now they put in their announcements, you know, don't no pictures, no videos when they're doing their little spiel at the beginning. People are starting to queue for Animation Celebration, so I don't know if we'll get into that show, because it's a brand new show, so we'll see. Would like to. If not, it's not the end of the world. Anyway, we'll see you over in Paris when we get to Remy. A little game me and Louise like to play when we're in Disneyland Paris is Spot the Hidden Camera. And we like the hidden camera on the underside of this here. They've hidden on the light there, on the clock even, sorry, I didn't call it a light. Anyway, we got fast pass for this, and I think we made a good call on this because the fast pass time's shooting along, and the queue is in the extension outside now. So let's get on Ratatouille, the adventure.
Venez, suivez-moi, je vous prie.
Hey guys, the food is for them, not you. Cette nourriture est pour nos invités, pas pour vous. What are you doing? Que manigancez-vous? Vous serez toujours les bienvenus chez Rémi. À bientôt et bon appétit. Et Migo. Au revoir.
I really think that the Ratatouille ride will make a great addition to Epcot in Florida. Like, it is such a good ride. I can see why they wanted to build it there, and I look forward to going back on it in September when we go. You know, fingers crossed it could not be open, but it does advertise summer 2020 opening. Obviously Runaway Railway will be open as well. That's opening in March or May, I can't remember. But that will definitely be open when we go, and that's a dark ride I'm looking forward to going on. Obviously that's nothing to do with Disneyland Paris. Anyway, we've come off the ride. It's definitely busier than it was yesterday. It's trying its hardest to rain, but it is holding off at the moment, which is a good thing, so I can vlog. We're going to head over to Flying Carpets over at Agrabah. Our line Bertie for Olaf, I forgot to mention, we got a meet and greet with Olaf on Line Bertie, which is the app Disneyland use for their they're like queuing.
I am Buzz Lightyear.
Buzz Lightyear won't shut up. Anyway, we've got an hour left on that. It does go a bit fast. Did you mention how fast the queue's moving?
Yeah.
So we're going to Flying Carpets over Agrabah, and we'll see you on the road. So yeah, I don't know whether everyone's just decided to come to this park first, but it definitely is busier than it was yesterday. Like, it was by no means like overly crowded, but yeah, it's busier. It'll be interesting to see what they do with all this filmmaking stuff when they change the identity of the park, because it isn't going to be all about filmmaking anymore, more about being in the movies. Just come off of Magic Carpets over at Agrabah, which is similar to the Dumbo. It's alright. I had quite a long queue though, it's about 15 minutes worth of that. Shocking. And our line Bertie came up while we were in the queue about 10 minutes ago now for Olaf, so hopefully we'll be able to go get it. It said there was still a 50-minute wait, and then all of a sudden it was like vibrating like mad in my pocket.
Like, go now.
It's like, go now. So we're going to head over there and see if we can meet Olaf, because Louise wants to meet Olaf. Though you haven't got your autograph book with you. We got photo pass.
She has twigs.
Yeah, so here's the Line Bertie app, and it's just gone from green to amber, and it just told me like this is my second warning, please go for my group. Inside the animation celebration, I think there's going to be a small queue inside, but we'll show you inside of here. It's pretty impressive, the little shop and everything, but we're going to go see Olaf. So this building was under renovation, and there's the exit to the Art of Animation ride, which obviously is just a walk through like of animation. It's now the animation celebration. Got the drawing studios over behind there, we'll show you more detail. And the Toy Story Zoetrope, or whatever this is called, and we'll show you that in a minute as well. Just come out from meeting Olaf. That was your dream come true, wasn't it? Yeah. We've got some photos on the photo pass because we've got Infinity Pass. We're just going to see if we can get into the animation celebration, because it's like, it's a show time, but I don't know whether we're going to get in or not. We'll soon find out. So we're in the Frozen invitation, which is in the animation celebration. It looks very familiar to how it was when it was Art of Animation. It's so long ago, but they've still got the old panning camera here, what they used in the old animated films to get like a field of depth, or a depth of field rather.
Media content knowledge.
Yes. Right, so it shows the history of animation. So we got all the way back 15,000 BC. These were cave paintings found in France. These were found in France, I believe, and they basically drew the limbs as if they were in motion. And then the Egyptians, and it goes all the way around the room until like you get to the more like Disney era, including the multi-plane camera.
Oh, sorry, Sven, no carrots. But Kristoff, you promised. I know, buddy, but let's say that Oaken is not the easiest one when it comes to negotiating, and I came up short. No, I'll make it up to you. I promise. How about a little lullaby before we go to sleep? Well, you can't eat a lullaby. Sven, buddy, you can't eat everything all the time. Oh. Such a classic, right? Reindeers are better than people. Sven, don't you think that's true? Yeah, people will beat you and curse you and shit you. Every one of them's bad, except you. Oh, thanks, buddy. But people smell better than reindeers. don't you think I'm right? That's once again true for all except you. Oh, you got me. Let's call it a night. Good night. Don't let the frost bite. Good night, buddy.
Je suis contente de te voir. Bon, on y va, tu es prêt? Enfin, tu peux l'être dans moins de 3 minutes. Je vous rappelle qu'on est attendu au sommet de la montagne du Nord.
Wait, what? You want us to go to the North Mountain? Now?
Bah oui, maintenant.
All right, but... what time is it?
Why?
Have you ever heard of breakfast? No. What is... Oh, okay. Thank you, Sven, buddy. Breakfast time! You got more luck than I did. Yes, Christophe, we're lucky that Anna is such a great friend.
De rien, Sven. Mouah, droite et à gauche.
Come on, everybody.
Tourbillon et en l'air.
Yeah.
Avec moi. And right. And left. And breathe. And up. Et on jette à droite. Now, to the left.
Hey,
And we are proud. Le tourbillon. And up.
yeah.
Elsa? Elsa, it's me, it's Anna. Elsa? C'est étrange, j'aurais juré. Bon. What was that? Vous avez entendu? Did you see something? What? Why are you smiling? Is there someone behind me? Il y a quelqu'un derrière moi? Oh, is it my sister? C'est Elsa? No? Oh, please don't tell me it's a snow monster.
Anna! Whoa!
Oh, tu m'as fait tellement peur. Olaf!
Well, of course! Hello! Hello! I'm Olaf, and I like warm hugs.
Oh, j'adore tes gros câlins, Olaf, mais tu nous as vraiment surpris.
Listen up, Mr. Snowball. Next time I will feed Sven that nose of yours.
Before or after you give me a warm hug?
Oh, you know what's cute, Olaf? For a snowman, you sure to like warm things.
Yeah, like summer. Oh, look at all the people. Everyone is so adorable.
Oh, Olaf! Je te présente tout le monde. Tout le monde, voici Olaf. Dites bonjour à Olaf.
Hi, everyone. They're staring. Why are they staring?
Maybe because you're a talking snowman.
Mais non, parce qu'ils attendent tout comme moi que tu nous dises où est Elsa.
Oh, but she's right here.
Wait, what?
Dear people of Arendelle, welcome. I'm so glad you made it to the North Mountain.
Tellement heureuse de te voir. It's so good to see you.
Now that's what I call an entrance.
I'm never going back. The best is in the
Tous ensemble.
Come on.
Surprise.
Surprise.
Avec les amis.
Let it go, let it go. And the voice of the break of dawn. Let it go, let it go. That's the beginning song. Here I stand in the light
just come out of the animation celebration, and what did you think of the Frozen show?
I liked it.
It was really good. It is a limited run show, so it doesn't run all year, just for the Frozen celebration. Looks like they're running the Star Wars one over the other side of the park, but we're going to park hop now and go into the main park. I don't think we've ever spent so much time in this park. Well, in a few years' time, when they open the expansion, this will be a full-day park. It won't be park hop, it'll be like we're staying in this one all day. But yeah, it was really good, well acted, 2 scenes, and by the looks of it, they changed the sets out throughout the year for the different celebrations. So like I say, we're going to leave through the Studio One and head into the main Disneyland park. So after a morning in the studios, we're now leaving after a quick glimpse in the shop, which surprisingly, Louise didn't take that long, and more specifically, the merch they have for just the Studios park, they seem to have like discontinued a lot of it. They don't really have a lot of just like Studios t-shirts. Well, they didn't have any Studios t-shirts
like,
or things.
if you want something that's unique to the studios, you should go to the Tara Terra shop. They have like,
yeah, basically. Oh yeah, because they've got like the little model of the Tara Terra, the bellhop hats and all that. But yeah, that shop's quite disappointing actually. But I think it's because people use the one in Studio One. That's it's a bit strange to have that shop and then the one in Studio One straight away after. You know, knock it down a bit of a dark ride. So we're now transferring over to the main park, which for those of you who know, is just a hop, skip and a jump. There's a Disneyland Hotel in front, and you go under the Disneyland Hotel and into the park, but we'll be going off to the left to use the annual pass entrance. From the annual pass entrance over there, which is the exit, here's the main way in under the hotel. And then you come in towards the railroad, which has been shut for ages now. I don't really know why. It was meant to reopen in late November, as far as I was aware, when we last visited. However, it's still shut, and it's a shame because we love the railroad here, and it's just a good fun ride. We might have to wait till we go to Florida for the railroad. So we're now in the happiest place in Europe. Anyway, crowd levels relatively low for Disneyland, obviously being the time of year it is. We're used to seeing blue skies over Disney, but alas, it's not raining, so we won't ask for any more than that. Anyway, don't know where we're going to go first. What are we going to grab? I think we're going to grab something to eat.
We've only had an apple each.
The commitments we have to get to this park on time in the morning. Anyway, for the 7th time with you, Lou, well, the 7th trip, the Disney Castle for you.
Seen it.
They're running some of the main street traffic, the omnibus is over there, and I saw the paddy wag going up and down, but there's no main street carts. I haven't seen those in ages.
No, I haven't.
So walking down Main Street USA now. Always love taking in the details here. It's so much more colourful than all the other ones because of the grim weather. Oh yeah, partners. Never even noticed that before. There are so many little like nods and hints, like if you look around that there's something for Michael Eisner up there. Michael Eisner, of course, being the CEO of Disney when Euro Disney or Disneyland Paris opened. Here's Waltz, the fine dining restaurant, which me and Louise just started to think maybe this is shut for good, because we've come all of last year and it was shut every single time.
Yeah, when we first started coming, like we were actually going to book a table because you could book a table.
We were going to come in because it was our anniversary, wasn't it?
But oh my god, the cost! But I imagine it's.
Oh yeah, it was French cuisine, so very nice. What are we going to do for food? So I fancy a bit more on the brownie. Choices. We're just coming up to the cable car bake shop now, and just have a look at what they're doing. I don't think they're doing brownies at the moment, which upsets me deeply. But here's some of the offerings. It smells so good, so good. So we stopped off in the cable car bakehouse and bought a little treat. Here is the snowman cupcake. Basically a cupcake with a lot of icing on top. $4.29 without annual pass, but I think they were about like $3.50. It was €7.
I'm getting one on the way.
Louise has icing on her nose.
I'm getting one for the way home.
You got icing on your nose?
You get it later.
Did you enjoy that? Not gonna lie, they are quite messy cakes. I got like a bit of icing all around my mouth a minute ago. We're just working out what we're gonna do now. I think we're gonna head over towards Frontierland, get a fast track for BTM, and go on like Phantom Manor, Pirates. I would like to do Hyperspace Mountain. One ride that we definitely will do again. We went on Indiana Jones yesterday, didn't we?
Oh my god, it was so good.
It went down for maintenance when we were here last November, and it was down for a good few months. And it looks like they've at least serviced the trains, if not done some retracking on it, because it was surprisingly smooth.
There was like only one bit, which is after the loop, which is rough, and it's not even like, oh my god, I can't remember it. It's just like, oh, it's a bit rough, you know?
Yeah, so that always has a 5-minute queue, so hopefully we're going. Let's just have a look at the app and see what the queues are like. So we've looked at the times for everything on the app, and if it's open, it is substantially busier here today. Like Big Thunder Mountain's on an hour queue, Indiana Jones has a 40-minute queue, Phantom Manor 25 minutes.
I just want to say, when we came in June, literally the busiest time I've ever come. Like, I'm talking an hour for most rides.
Oh,
even, like,
easily,
it's a small world, which is like high cap, right? Indiana Jones, 5 minutes. It had a 5-minute queue.
Yeah, it was
so rough.
But it's more bearable now, and I do want to go on that one before we go. Anyway, we've decided we're going to go over to Discoveryland and get a fast track for Space Mountain because it normally isn't as popular as Big Thunder Mountain. And the thing with the fast tracks here is if you scan, you either wait, I think it's 2 hours or the time slot that you've got. So if this one's quite early on, we could get a fast track for it, go elsewhere and come back. At the moment, when we come into Discoveryland, you can see they're doing work on Buzz Lightyear at the moment, which it really did need it, didn't it, Lou? It was a little bit tired, this ride. Yeah, I liked it. It's a brilliant ride, but it did need a bit of a refurb. Reopens in June or July, I think. But at the moment they've got this whole pathway closed off, so we got to go right round the Orbitron to get to Videopolis if you want to go that way, or towards Star Tours. But yeah, they've taken down the full facade. As you saw a minute ago from the top, the long shot, you can see the roof has been taken off as well, and it's being redone. So it's going to be quite an involved refurb. Anyway, Autopia is now open, and if it is open, we'll go on it, but it doesn't look promising at the moment. I'm not going to lie, I can't wait until they remove the overlay for Hyperspace Mountain, because it basically means that they're actually going to make it a unique ride again. I do hope they go back to the Journey to the Moon as it originally was, but I'm not holding hope out. I just want them to remove the Star Wars overlay, but I think we're going to be waiting until they open Galaxy's Edge here, which is probably going to be about 2023, 2024.
I think it's closed. Maybe it can't run when it's wet. Looks like we won't be riding this time. Shame, because they've literally just redone it.
So we got fast tracks for just to charge the pushchair. I shouldn't laugh. Basically, we got fast tracks for Space Mountain. I'm trying to navigate through the on-flow of traffic. I'm going to move over to the side. So these tickets are for 110. So if you scan your ticket and the time is, I think it's 2 hours. It's around 2 hours. I'll correct myself if not. But it says at the bottom you can get another fast track from 13:10 on this because the time is before then. Bearing in mind, 1:10 in the afternoon is only about 20 minutes away. So what we're going to do is we're going to probably head over Frontier. What do you want to do? Pirates or Phantom? We're going to hop on one of those, and then afterwards we should be able to come straight out and go to our fast track for Space Mountain. And the great thing is, because we're going to be over in Frontierland, if it's 10 past when we get off Phantom Manor, we can get a fast track for Big Thunder Mountain, which hopefully will be in time before we have to go.
You know what else we need to do today?
Yep.
Peter Pan's flight, and It's a Small World at least.
Yeah, we actually didn't do it yesterday.
Also, we need to go on Casey Jr. and go over there.
We always forget that one.
I know.
So we'll see you over in Frontierland. It is getting substantially more busy here.
Minnie's stuck in the tree.
Oh, there's a mini balloon. I prefer when Pooh gets stuck in the tree. I am liking these hats they got for cold weather here. Yeah. Oh, look at these. These are awesome. How much are these?
Please don't get one.
Aww.
They look silly
on
you.
Look cool. Here we are in Photo Central, which is where everyone comes to get their cheesy Disney photos. You need to. It's like one of the rites of passage when you come to a Disney park. And Sleeping Beauty Castle is, of course, I've only seen this one and the one in Florida, so I'm not going to be like an expert, but this is my favourite that I could see from pictures and all that. So we're coming into Louise's favourite land in the whole park now, Frontierland. I love this one. Obviously home to the best Big Thunder Mountain in the world. Like, I'm sure anyone who's been on Big Thunder Mountain in Paris and the one in the US will tell you. It's just so much better because it's on its own island, it's faster and better. So we're going to go in here, turn left and head towards the Ravenswood Manor, which is now Phantom Manor. Ooh. So the Molly Brown is currently down for maintenance. The Molly Brown is currently down for maintenance at the moment, which is a shame, but it isn't the greatest weather for it in all fairness. Got some scaffolding on top of it over there, so it doesn't end up like the Mark Twain that they had here that was like literally beyond repair. Anyway, here is... I love this ride. I don't know whether it's better than the Haunted Mansion, but there are elements that are better than the Haunted Mansion, including the facade. Phantom Manor was refurbished last year, had its massive refurbishment, and it's got quite a queue. Just showing how busy it is, but we're going to queue up and brunt it for you guys. Last time we had to queue in this area was June last year. I wasn't expecting to have to queue in this today, but yesterday it was actually walk-on, wasn't it, this ride? It's crazy how different a day can be. Rejected.
It is so nice to have guests. You may not believe it, but beauty once lived in this house. Photo Manor et des cheveux. Et les touches. Now, curious souls, come, I have more to show you. Perhaps you sense a disquieting metamorphosis.
Hélas, les choses ne sont pas toujours ce qu'elles paraissent. Tous les contes n'ont pas de fin heureuse.
It appears everyone is doomed at Phantom Manor. Even you? And notice this. This chamber has no windows and no doors, which offers you this chilling challenge to find a way out.
Creatures of fright, we summon you now to dance through
just come off of Phantom Manor. I love that ride. It's like, it was brilliant before it was refurbished, and the refurb has just done it. It's so much good.
Sorry.
They've got so much moving stuff on the front of that building. Anyway, it's just gone 10 past, so our fast track for Hyperspace Mountain is now available. However, we're going to nip to Big Thunder Mountain first to see if we can get fast track. But preferably, well, it has to be before 5 o'clock, because of course we got to go then. Failing that, with half an hour.
What do you think?
A cheeky shop at the World of Disney. I know you too well. Anyway, yeah, we're going to walk over to Big Thunder Mountain. Hopefully they have fast tracks. If not, probably get one from, like, I don't know, where's the Peter Pan one maybe? As we head over towards Hyperspace Mountain. But obviously the Hyperspace Mountain one, we now got a half an hour slot to get it from. So yeah, let's go over to Big Thunder Mountain. Bye, Phantom Manor. Right, so we've got fast tracks for Big Thunder Mountain, and no word of lie, we couldn't make it any closer if we tried. The slot is between 5 and 5:30, and we need to be in the car by 5:30. Well, tell a lie, maybe not in the car, but like that gives us a good 45-minute window to check in when we get there. Like, we've got to get into the check-in 45 minutes before the train, because it closes 45 minutes before.
It does mean I'm going to have to get my shopping done before I go on BTM, but it will be my final.
And to be honest, we're probably going to shop in the Emporium, aren't we, rather than in like World of Disney or somewhere like that. I've also just checked on those tickets, and we can't scam. It is 2 hours between your fast track, so if you can get a fast track before that 2 hour slot, it will refresh early and you can use it again. So a little tip for you. Anyway, we're heading through Adventureland, and just past Adventure Isle, and we're going to go over to use our Hyperspace Mountain fast tracks. Looking forward to it.
It's probably my least favourite roller coaster, but Luke wants to go on it.
I like it. I do like Space Mountain. I just don't like the Star Wars overlay. Look, it's Aladdin and a Boo-Boo. So here we are around by the entrance to Discoveryland. You've got the passport, well, the annual pass building here, and you can really see the work they're doing on Buzz Lightyear. The whole facade of the roof has been taken off, so it looks like it's going to be refreshed up a little bit. I love Discoveryland, but it's having a lot of work done at the moment, so it'll be nice to see when it's all complete. So here we are, Hyperspace Mountain. The fast track entrance is actually round the side towards Star Tours. Now, I'll film a little bit in the queue line for you, but I'm not going to bother filming on this one, mainly because the GoPro can't really handle the dark at all. I tried filming when we came in November with my GoPro on the chest rig, and the sensor on it can't handle the dark at all. You can't really see anything other than the launch. So we'll see you when we get off the ride. Looking forward to this one?
Yeah.
I'm going to try and sit nearer the front so it's not as intense. But yeah, the fast track entrance is just around the side here, just below the X-Wing. There's a big archway and it goes up. It skips a lot of the queue. This has a 40-minute queue now. So we've just come off of Hyperspace Mountain. I really love that ride. We've got a back seat row on that. We were going to go, we were in line to be at the front row, but ended up being at the back, and it was just not enjoyable because it's just so rough at the back.
I've lost my voice now.
Like, it's a good coaster, but like the back is just well too intense. Like, it's a good thing it has the Vekoma like vest restraints, because if it had the normal restraints that you had on Mission 2, my God, you would be given a concussion from the amount of head banging. But yeah, an impressive ride nonetheless. I absolutely love it. I can't wait for them to get rid of the Hyperspace Mountain theme. We just need to go back to Space Mountain. Use this unique theme to their advantage. Anyway, we're coming over the Nautilus Bridge now, where we're overlooking the whole of Discoveryland. Sadly, Autopia is currently still closed. It doesn't look like it's going to open all day, which is a shame because it's just been refurbished. And the towers are looking very nice now. So even though the Buzz Lightyear Laser Blast ride is currently closed and under refurbishment, the Constellation shop, which is next door, is still open, and I think we're just going to have a quick mooch around there, see if there's anything to offer in that shop. So Constellations has quite a lot of stuff in here. You've got all your Marvel stuff, got all this new Discover the Magic stuff, which I really like the lines of, to be honest. Loads of new tops and stuff available. I did buy one, but they don't actually have it here. I did like this one. This one's €19. I actually really like this mug. €12.99, obviously with an annual pass, 20% off. But I might get this one. It's pretty cool. Here is some of the 2020 range that came out, obviously, just this year. I'm liking this, like the mugs and all that are pretty cool. I'm personally not a person that would be buying 2020 stuff because I don't really like having something that like says the year. It's just like, you know, it's like, oh, you went there 3 years ago.
I like this.
Little fanny pack. Pretty cool lineup at clothes. I do like the merchandise they do in Disney parks. So we've been in Constellations now. Louise just bought me a t-shirt, which is my birthday coming up soon. And she's been wondering what to get me, and I was like, why don't you get me that? So it was should we show them it?
Yeah.
So it's just a simple grey t-shirt. I like Buzz Lightyear, so there we go.
For Toy Story Playland or whatever.
That's pretty cool. It's nice and thin, which is what you want in Florida. €22.99. But with the discount it was what, €18?
Save €4.60.
So it's about £15 when you convert it back over. So that's
and the sun has literally come out. Like,
yeah.
I don't know if
It's
you
like
can
we're
see.
in Disney.
Look,
happy.
look, that's the first time I've seen blue skies.
Twinkling on the castle.
Yeah, since we've come here this trip.
But yeah, that's my birthday present. Thank you. So here we are. It's time to go on the happiest voyage in all the world. It's a small world. With a really, actually it's not too bad a queue. 10 minutes is advertised and I can believe that. It's quite a fast high cap ride. So it's a small world, runs on some old tech. Have a look at that for a computer screen, an old CRT screen.
It's like a athlete or something.
No, it's an old ride, so it probably doesn't need the most advanced ride system in the world. So I suppose it'll do. It's probably the original one from '92.
So I've got a question to ask. If you were a ride host here at Disneyland Paris, what ride would you most want to work on?
Oh yeah, put it in the comments and we're reading.
What's yours?
What ride? It's going to be either Phantom Man or Tower of Terror. Oh, it's got to be Tower of Terror then. The outfit. And failing that, it would be Phantom Man.
Yeah, mine would probably be Ratatouille. No, that's pretty cool, and it's modern as well.
So we've come off of It's a Small World, and I spent most of that ride on my phone trying to see if I could change the train reservation we got for Eurotunnel. Our train is at 9:50 in the evening, and I was like, well, if we can change it to like the 10:30 one, we can stay till basically park close. But sadly they want 24 quid to change the booking, because you're allowed to change your slot within the block you go for, which is like 4 trains. But we got the latest train in that block, which is a shame, but we're still going to be here till 5:30, and then we're going to be going from there. Anyway, we're progressing round Fantasylands at the minute, which is quite busy. Wow, look, a queue for the Curious Labyrinth. They've got a little merch shop here, which is just like a stand. What are you looking at though? The Mad Hatter hats. Fantasyland is absolutely rammed today, with Peter Pan having a 70-minute queue at the moment. Of course, I say this every time we come here, but Fantasyland will always be the busiest of the areas. Dumbo over here. We've got a snack just to keep us over till later on when we're going to grab something to eat.
No lunch.
We should really get something proper to eat, because I don't know where we're going to eat on the drive back, if at all. So we probably I think we'll do Pirates, And have a look at Indiana Jones, and we need to actually find someone to get some food before 5 o'clock. Into the land of pirates. Advertising a half an hour queue. Now me and Louise have actually queued for this. Right from the entrance, so we're pretty good at gauging the queue for this one, aren't we? When we came in May/June, it was literally queuing through all of this extension queue. And that only took about 45 minutes, which I was surprised by. So I imagine it'll be probably pretty bang on half an hour, but we'll see when we get down there.
Rascals and scoundrels, villains and knaves, drink up with me, Harley Joe. With devils and blacks, you really bad eggs, drink up with me, Harley Joe.
So we've just come off of Pirates of the Caribbean and waited about 20 minutes for that. It wasn't as long an advertised. We're looking for somewhere to eat now, and Louise wants to look at the Captain Jack's restaurant, which is really expensive. But is that the English or the French menu?
This one's over there, but they're over there.
Okay, well, so is it a lunch? Oh, this is a lunch menu. Let's have a look what they got. So the sun has actually finally blessed us in full blue sky. This is how we're used to seeing Disney, isn't it, Lo? We don't come here when it's grey skies, so to see the blue sky is lovely. Anyway, we're going over towards Agrabah, which is in Adventureland still. It's just off in the distance, and we're going to grab some lunch. So we come into Agrabah Cafe for lunch, which is an all-you-can-eat buffet, €34 each, and we're going to see what it's like, because we need to get a decent-sized meal, because we're not going to have a proper dinner, because we're going to be travelling. But yeah, we get our discount on this, so we'll see you when we sit down. It looks pretty cool, doesn't it?
It is really cool.
It's really cool in here. We've never been here. It does get pretty good reviews, this place, and it's quite quiet actually. So we're going to have a look at the food we just paid. With discount it was €59 for the two of us, and we got a large selection of food. So we got starters, mains, got like grapes and all that here as well, dates. Foods that look like curries and all that. Pretty nice. And desserts here like baklava. Oh my god, it's pretty good, like Turkish inspired. Here we are with our starters. Like you go up and get your starters. So we're in like an Arabian area, which is pretty cool. What's your rating on the first mouthful? Good?
That's nice, whatever that is.
I think the food's going to be good here. It's got really good reviews. It's very well themed in here. So we've just come out from our lunch/dinner, haven't we? What do you think of that, Lou?
That was really nice.
It was actually. It's €34 a person, $34.99. I believe that's with a drink. We got annual pass discount, so it worked out for us at about €30 each, just short of, which is about £25. Oh, the dragon's open. Should we have a quick gorp?
I don't know if it's actually...
Well, it was boarded up yesterday, this. So the dragon was just having like a manicure. It sounds like it's here. Yes, it's awake. The dragon under the castle. There it is. When this one opened, it was the largest animatronic Disney had ever made, which is very impressive actually. ponytails like the tail going. Right, so we've come into Fantasyland now. Everyone's heading towards the parade, which starts very, very shortly. So we're going to go on Pinocchio. We did Snow White yesterday, but Pinocchio had a crazy queue. It's only advertised in a 15-minute queue at the moment, so while we dodge through the huge crowds that are in Fantasyland, we're going to head to Pinocchio, which is over here. Probably about a 10-15-minute queue. So we've just come off of Pinocchio. We only queued about 10 minutes for that, so we advertised half an hour. It is during the parade right now, and it's clouded over quite badly as if it's going to rain, but we've only probably got like another couple of rides to do, haven't we?
I'm sorry about that.
So we got,
we're not going to get on that.
we're not going to go on Peter Pan because it's still advertised an hour queue, and it's queuing in the extension, so that's probably near a 40 minutes, half an hour. But I think the plan is, correct me if I'm wrong Lou, we're going to go via Adventureland to Frontierland, do Phantom Manor, 5-minute queue on that, and then do our fast track the second it hits 5 o'clock on Big Thunder Mountain. And then we're going to leave the park via the Emporium shop, where we'll be having to go because we've got to go catch our Eurotunnel train. Crowd level's been good today though. Like, it's been busier than we've been used to, but it's not been like crazy busy. We're going to be exaggerating it because like we're used to coming here when it's like walk on everything.
Like half an hour BTM.
So we're now in Adventureland. We need to go past Adventure Island because I need to get some cash out for the tolls. I do use my card on them, but last time we used it I got billed 3 times. They did refund it after about a month, but it's €22 a go, so it's quite expensive. So I'm going to get some cash out just so I know that I'm going to be taking some extra. Right, so with the time coming up to like 5 to 5, we're going to go use our fast pass on Big Thunder Mountain, mainly because, you know, we need to be gone by 5:30. We can't be leaving the park at 5:30. We've got a tight schedule to run. Anyway, we've got like 5 minutes waiting on our fast pass, so we're just going to linger around the fast pass queue and go on Big Thunder because look at that queue. Oh, I think it's almost certainly going to be the last ride of the day. So the queue for the fast track is right back. Like, we haven't seen the fast track queue this long since, I don't even think it was this long in May last year. So this should only take about 10 minutes. They have their own dedicated queue. But Lou, let's hope there's no evac, because if this thing breaks down and we get stuck on it, we're as good as toast with our train.
Yeah.
We did it yesterday, we did it today. Big Thunder Mountain marks the final ride. It's 5:15 now and we're walking down Main Street, USA. It is that sad time when we must depart. Park is open till 6:30 today, but Eurotunnel means we gotta go. We both got work tomorrow, so we can't stay any later, sadly. But we're only missing out on about another hour, just over an hour of park time. We got everything done yesterday. The park was so dead. I felt like I got my fair share of rides on that day. Been busier today, as you can probably see, just by looking at Main Street. It is quite busy. It's good to see the park busy this time of year though, because in times gone by, it's been known to be just dead all the time in January, February. It's good to see that they're, you know, doing well. Hey Lou, you're outside Disney now. Oh. So sadly, that is it for another trip. Like we say, we're going to come back before our annual passes expire, but it will totally depend on money and all of that, because we are going to Disney World later in the year, so we need to be shipshape for that, of course. But I feel that we've had our Disney fix, haven't we?
I don't feel like we've had enough.
It's like a really bad addiction. We both just love it.
Why can't we just like Pontins or something? The addiction to Pontins.
No, it has to be a theme park, and more importantly, it has to be cream of the crop. Anyway, guys, that's all from the vlog. We'll see you in the next video. If you like the video, boys, don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button. We post theme park content weekly now, and with the 2020 season coming, with the 2020 season coming, you know, there's many vlogs coming this year, including ones from Walt Disney World. So if you like Disney, be sure to subscribe. Anyway, from me and Louise, I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye. Bye bye.